Hello, this is Ron Renfro, the Birmingham native real estate agent. Today I'm going to go over closing cost. Um, Depending on if it's a seller's market or a buyer's market, the seller can pay for some of the closing costs, but normally the buyer will be paying most of the closing costs on closing day. I just wanted to go over the possible closing costs that you could be incurring when you buy a home or a piece of land. Closing costs are expenses that the buyer has to pay their lender for the use of their loan services. The average amount of closing costs in Alabama is $2,307.78, which includes taxes. Examples of closing costs, starting alphabetically, is application fee. It's non-refundable and it's up to $500. There's an appraisal fee ordered by the lender through a third party appraisal management company, and that usually runs between $300 and $600. There's also attorney's fees, and this varies by state and the local rates. Next would be closing fees. It goes to an escrow company or an attorney who will be at the buyer's closing. There might be a courier fee. This usually runs around $30, and it's just a fee to transfer documents. There is also a credit reporting fee. That's usually when they run your credit and pull the report. This usually costs around $25. Then there's discount points. So those are 1%. So if it was a $100,000 property, it would be $1,000, and you pay these to your lender to knock off the interest rate percentage. So if the interest rate was like 6%, then you could pay the $1,000 or whatever, and it would come down to 5%. Next, closing costs would be escrow funds, and this is just a summation of what would go into an escrow. And these are usually prepaid or reserve fees. These include property tax, premiums, homeowners insurance, and mortgage insurance. Then there's a flood certification that you could possibly have to pay for depending if you live on a floodplain or near one. And this is usually between $15 and $25. Then there's the homeowners association fee. You wouldn't have to pay this if you were not in an HOA community, but if you are, it's just the cost of moving the fees from the seller to the buyer. Then there's the loan origination fee. This covers the cost of processing and underwriting the loan. Then there's the lender's title insurance. This repays the bank if you lose your home to a title claim, if there's a lien on your home on the title and you didn't know about it or you didn't supply that information to your lender. This is when this insurance kicks in and pays back the lender. And then there's the pest infection fee. You'll get a wood infestation report for termites, and usually you can transfer your termite bond from the seller to the buyer. So you might have a pest a pest infection fee. Then there's prepaid daily interest charges. You pay the lender any interest that accrues between closing and the date of the first mortgage payment up front. Next would be private mortgage insurance, or PMI. If your down payment's less than 20%, you'd have to pay this private mortgage insurance. And this is usually in your escrow through your lender, so you don't actually pay a different payment. It's not separate. And then there might be a rate lock fee if you're trying to lock your mortgage rate in. So if you got like a 6% and you wanted to keep that, then you might have to pay a percentage to lock that rate in. And then there's a survey fee if they do a survey of your land. This is usually between $300 and $950. And And then lastly, there's a title search fee, and this is done to make sure there are no liens against your property. So that's a quick rundown of all of the possible closing costs that you might incur on closing day. So just keep that in mind, and do know that you can negotiate these with the seller if you're the buyer. All right, that's all I had for today. Hope y'all are having a good weekend, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.